Okay, so here's your using a dichotomous key in AB format assignment. I just want to show you, some of you had difficulty with understanding how to do the assignment, so I want to explain. So here is your front page. This is your dichotomous key in AB format. This is very important for you to understand how an AB format looks. There's always numbered lines. The numbered lines always have an A and a B. On the right side, these dots simply keep the left side, which are your characteristics, separated from the right side, which are either directions or the names of an organism. So I want you to imagine for a minute that you are looking at an imaginary organism in front of you. And it's going to be an imaginary creature. It's going to be something on this key. Okay? I want you to understand that this is exactly what would happen if you were in the wild, if you were in an environment and you were trying to identify some of the plants or animals that were there. You would have a field guide that would have some kind of a format that would look very similar to this dichotomous key of fictitious creatures. So let's have a little fun for a minute. And so you're looking at the imaginary creature, and you look at it, and you imagine that the creature has a body cover with hair. So you have to read line 1, body cover with hair, and line 1b, body covering is not hair. So since I'm looking at an animal with a body covering of hair, I want to follow the directions to the right, which is go to 2. Now I go to 2. I look at my creature again. Does it have 4 legs, or does it have more than 4 legs? So I'm looking at the imaginary creature, you should too, and please notice that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. I then follow the directions. Excuse me, Pear is snoring in the background. She's having a dream, so she's making noise. So that's what you hear in the background there. Pear's the guide dog pup. Okay, anyway, so you notice that it has 6 legs. So you look to the right, and this key tells you to go to 4, which means go to line 4. I go to 4, and now I'm deciding if it has a horn on its head or it has 2 horns on its head. And I look at that creature, and I clearly see 2 horns on its head. So if it was 1 horn on its head, it would have been a tamboro, excuse me. But because it has 2 horns on its head, I have to go to 5. I'm now going line 5, and I have to decide, does it have wheels for feet, or does it have feet with 3 sharp claws? And I look closely at the organism. You should be looking too, and very clearly it's skating around on wheels. So that organism is a skateroo. So all of these questions kind of work the same way. You have to find, let's get to this last one for a minute before I talk about that. So in this one here, you had to draw a picture of a skateroo, including all of its characteristics mentioned in the key. So we just discussed what a skateroo looked like, but let's say you hadn't read the key the way I did. How would you do that? Okay? You simply look on the right side until you find the word skateroo. So I'm reading from the bottom because I know I can't miss anything then. Here's a skateroo. And now you have to read the key backwards. So skateroo, well, what are some of its characteristics? It has wheels for feet. Okay, good. And so how did I get here? I got here from line 5. I go back to where I read the name skateroo, and I keep going up until I find the go to 5. Here it is. I then read to the left. It has 2 horns on its head. So right now I know my skateroo has wheels for feet and 2 horns on its head. I then look at the number that is. That is 4. That means I go back to where I was, and I find the go to 4. Here's my go to 4, which means my next characteristic is directly to the left. So it has wheels for feet, 2 horns on its head, and has more than 4 legs. And this is from line 2. So I go back to where my direction, my go to 4, and I'm going to now go up until I find the go to 2. And notice I'm getting to the top, so I know I'm almost finished. Here's the go to 2, and right to the left is the body covered with hair. Okay? So again, if I follow backwards, my skateroo has wheels for feet. Line 5, go to 5, has 2 horns on its head. Line 4, go to 4, has more than 4 legs. Line 2, go to 2, and has body covered with hair. So your picture should reflect that. It should have more than 4 legs, wheels for feet, 2 horns on its head, and body covered with hair. And if you are missing any of those characteristics, your picture is wrong. And you would have lost at least a point for this assignment. Okay? The other questions work exactly the same way. Tamboro, Nessie, Beelzebub, you simply find Orc. You simply find the names of the animals and you read the key backwards. Okay? So just to recap, the first thing I showed you was how this kind of a key would be used in an environment. And then next I showed you how to read it backwards to find out all of the characteristics that make up these different organisms. Okay, and certainly we just went over how to draw your skateroo. I hope this was helpful. Have a good day.